Alright, hello there dear YouTubers, my name is King1993 and today I want to discuss to you about which AI model you should not be using so that you will save a large quantity of time and your mental health. Okay, so the first thing is I have written this paper, colorless king dimensional model. It is basically three-part paper and this is part 1. I have written this paper and then I have gave this paper to 11 large language model and see how they actually operate, whether they actually read my entire paper or not. Because about 6 to 5 months ago, when I actually did it and gave the paper to Gwen, it basically insulted me because it didn't read the entire topic. But afterward, it actually read the entire topic to the point that it was able to hold a proper conversation with me because it was able to understand what was written within the paper, and to the point that it was able to defend my point of perspective. So this is an important part of why uh, it is important to understand which AI model you need to use in order to re-evaluate yourself on your paper so that you can understand where things might have gotten wrong and where you can polish your paper even better. Okay, so this is the whole question. Normally I make YouTube videos on games, but this is an important topic because I am writing a new dimensional model. So it is basically a philosophy, falling into the category of philosophy, but I didn't know I am not a professional scientist. So from that point of perspective, me being able to write this is the first uh, awake later to say that yes, this guy is able to understand something and has written something and was also able to polish his paper a lot. Okay, so here's the thing. uh, when I gave this paper to ChatGPT today, it says it cannot extract all of the text. I must need to convert it to .txt in order to get the proper result. Like really? ChatGPT, the most strongest model in the world, is saying this. How did that happen? It doesn't make any sense. ChatGPT is the most powerful, most used model in the world, and this is what it is showing me. Okay, so the question is why? Because there is a thing called AI bubble. AI bubble exists, and AI bubble is a very important thing. This is an AI bubble because AI bubble, I said that because if it was truly a large language model like AGI, average general intelligence, then this should have not been the problem, but this is the problem. So AGI is not there yet. Okay, now here is the one, Claude AI. So 6 months ago, Claude AI was giving me random bullshit result. It doesn't make any sense, but this time today I have gotten actually the proper amount, which is about 13,500 words. Okay, so I was actually confused, or like, what did this AI model actually improve that much? Then I thought, sometime when I use Claude AI, I actually understand that it has uh, some capability that is beyond the capability that of ChatGPT, because Claude AI has the ability to rectify itself in thought pattern or speech pattern in such way that normal conversation with this would feel like you are actually talking to a person, whereas for the rest of the other model it will feel like you are not actually talking to them, you are talking to something you are demanding with. Okay, I'm not saying all of them, I think I should be saying most of them. Okay, so when I saw this I was confused. Okay, so did it actually read my entire paper? The answer is yes, it had actually read my paper in different way. It basically used many other method of extracting the information after uploading it there, and then I got my result from there. So that's basically how it worked. Okay, so what about a copilot? Copilot is more like Kak pilot, COCK Kak pilot. Okay, the reason I'm saying this is because unlike this one who says I would be able to read it but for some reason didn't, this one is saying I cannot access the file has been blocked. Okay, here the file was blocked. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. And then I said, but it wasn't blocked. I hear you, but from my side the file is blocked. Okay. This one took me 11 minutes to give me an incorrect answer of 7500. So what was the actual amount? I will tell you the actual amount later. Okay. So let's see. uh, this is the one that it had showed me, but it was actually shown 24 pages. So it was able to get one thing correct, 24 pages, but for 11 minutes it had gotten me only this. Okay, makes zero sense. Now what about Gemini? Gemini gave me an answer of 2603, and large portion of it is missing. This is the exact thing which was happening with ChatGPT also, that it took the entire paper but only read section of it, not the whole thing. So after doing all of this, once I had gotten the visual data, I told it to make a chart, and the chart it made was incorrect. Okay, good job, Gemini. The largest company in the browsing industry is saying I can do this. How? Now Grok is the favorite child of Elon Musk. But it doesn't matter whose favorite you are, if you cannot actually put yourself into reality that shows proper evaluation, then you are nothing. For 2 hours, nothing, no result. Okay, I said the same thing. How many words are there in this PDF file? It is still ongoing, nothing happened. Now this is called Kim K2. Kim K2, same issue as rest of the other. 8150. This is Lichat. Oh, Kim K2. After reading all of this, yeah, I understood from Kim K2 is basically like saying Kimi wa dare, watashi wa unko desu, is basically what I am hearing in my head when I use Kimi K2. Lichat, same bullshit. Okay, same bullshit. This is meta. So this is the latest model, and the latest model cannot say how many words there are in my PDF file. Quen, I'm gonna give Quen a pass because I use many other method in try to understand how it actually does. So first of all, this time it had not given me the proper result, but second time it had given me a result of 15,200. It is actually 13,500 near. So it is still very close. So Quen AI actually, 6 months ago when I tried it, it was not reading the entire paper. It gave me a conclusion based on half of the stuff it had written. I mean read. So from that perspective, I'm gonna say that Quen actually read the entire paper now, but back then it didn't read the entire paper. It read only a certain portion of it and gave me a false assumption. But afterwards, once these 3 came out, it was able to 3 max came out. Okay, it gave me much proper conclusion on what I have written and how to make it better, to the point that it can even advocate itself and defend my paper by itself. So this is an important thing, that when you are using Quen, you are actually using all of the proper tokens, which is about 81,000 tokens for free for every conversation, and it can take the conversation whatever is written in the paper and the previous conversation and make a better conversation in the next question. Okay, or maybe query or whatever you might call it. Okay, so from that point of perspective, I would say this is still a pass, just like this one. But when it comes to reading the entire paper 100% properly, the one that gave me the correct result is Minimax. Yes, Minimax was able to read the entire paper, and it had read the entire paper and it gave me the exact word count, which is 13,779. The amount of pages is 24 pages. the amount of word count, the amount of characters is 95,897. So this is an indication that not all of the AI are worth it. Okay, the only AI that are worth it is going to be Cloud AI, Quen, and Minimax. Rest of the other is basically useless. For example, when it comes to looking for image search, I actually come to Gemini. When it comes to image making, I go to Grok. I never used the rest of the others. Such I don't even use Copilot or DeepSeek, uh, Kimike 2, LeChat, or Meta, just for trying to understand this paper, which AI model actually read my paper well. This is the only reason why I have gotten this all 11 of them, because all of these 11 AI model such as ChatGPT, Copilot, DeepSeek, Gemini, Grok, Kimike 2, LeChat, Meta, Cloud AI, Quen, Minimax, the all of the thing about them is I can use them on my phone. So because I am more attached to my phone and that I can access them anytime, from that point of perspective, app wise, I would say that Cloud AI, Quen, and Minimax are going to be more useful for me than rest of the others. The rest of the others, I'm gonna have them on my phone, but I'm not gonna be using them a lot more from now on, because I need something that actually shows a proper thinking pattern, something that have actually read my paper, and something that they are able to understand. Obviously, I know that uh, ChatGPT is still better in some contexts, such as looking for files and this and stuff, etc. For example, when it comes to actually reading whether something actually exists or not, ChatGPT has gone to the point that it can now understand if something actually exists or not. Okay, so rest of the others are basically going to be useless. So from that point of perspective, I'm still gonna use ChatGPT, and I'm still gonna be using Grok to make stupid funny videos. Okay, rest of the others are useless. So this is overall my conclusion. So why have I made this again? If you go back to the front of the video, you will see this is because when you are writing something complex, a new dimensional theory to replace the string and M theory, the first thing you need is confirmation on yourself and an evaluation on yourself and on your paper. So from that point of perspective, you will be able to better yourself. But if you get something that is half read and then it is making conclusion, then that is the last thing that you do not need in your life. It falls into the same category as human interaction as well. If you hear a person saying that I have read your entire book and this is my evaluation, and the evaluation sounds good, good as in a way that he or she was able to present how many things there are in your book, and in your book or paper, and how many things are missing, how can you make it better, this and that, etc. And there are those people who sees only the cover of the paper or the book, and they say I've read the entire thing, even though they haven't, and they give you only negative comments. And from that point of perspective, you do not want to have that. So from that point of perspective, I will say again, Cloud AI, Quen, and Minimax has won the fight. Rest of the other can go and fuck yourself. Even ChatGPT, even though I use ChatGPT, I'm still gonna say go fuck yourself. If you call yourself AGI, even if you cannot read a simple text. And remember, this is the AI tool that I used in writing my paper over and over again. How did I do so? I told it, okay, write it in this manner. It did. And then if it doesn't match my writing style, then I told it, write it again in a different manner. And it did till it reached my proper conclusion. And only then I was able to say, okay, the wording are correct. Okay, so and that is how I was able to written my paper about 3 part easily. Okay, so if you like this video, then please give a like and subscribe and click the bell notification icons. And sorry for wasting about 15 minutes of your precious time. So goodbye, stay safe, and see you again next time.